Sartor's first tutorial on Garageband, the basics. The first thing we're going to want to do is go into our Finder, into our applications, find Garageband, and drag it to the dock. Once it's in the dock, it's easy to access in future classes. Open up Garageband. Okay, and you probably won't get to this page the first time you open it up because you won't have any recent projects yet. So you'll probably come to this page where it shows various templates. We're going to click on the loops template. If we were to click on, for example, the keyboard collection, we would see a list of different tracks, and automatically they would have selected various different electronic keyboards for us, which makes it easier if you were writing synthesizer type music. We will choose the loops. Once we open that, it asks us what we would like to save our project as, and of course we would like to save it as Glorious Sartorius, but you could choose another name if you would like. It also lets us select an initial tempo. At the moment we have 120 beats per minute. There's a time signature that we can change. 99% of the music you hear on the radio is in 4/4, so we'll leave it 4/4. And if you're very musical, you can even change the key. But I would suggest, especially the first time, we just leave it how it is and press create. And we should come to a screen, a nice grey empty screen. This is what our basic Garageband screen looks like, and the first thing I'd like to do is, well, let's just describe what we have here, what it looks like. Over on this section at the moment we have a big grey box under the title tracks. After a while we're going to fill this with a lot of different sounds. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. In the middle, this is where we will be dragging and dropping all of our different sounds that we would like. Over on this side, we normally, because we've selected the loops, it's coming up showing what's called the loop browser. I'll talk about that in a moment. Or we could also click on this little eye and we get lots of information here. Normally we're looking at different kinds of instruments here that we can select from: classical, dance, hip-hop, jazz, stadium rock. Okay, back to the loop browser. What I would like to do first, I'd like to select a little track. Now there are two types of loops. I'm going to start with creating a drum beat, and you will notice down the side that some of these are grey and clear, and we actually cannot select these. If you try, it will ask you to upgrade it. ICT are working on the problem at the moment. Hopefully they'll have a solution soon. But in the meantime, there are plenty of others for us to choose. They come in two colors. There is a blue kind, and the blue kind is a audio instrument that's been already recorded and put on here as a loop. For example, it could be somebody playing a drum kit and it's been recorded and put on here. And then there's another kind that comes up that are green, and the green kind, if I can find some, here are some. The green kind is electronically recorded via a keyboard or a synthesizer, and this is called a MIDI loop or a MIDI track. And there are advantages and disadvantages with using each one, and I'll explain those more in detail in a future tutorial. I'm going to come down here where I can see this little plus, and I'd like to create a new track. When I click on there, it will ask me, do I want a software instrument, a real instrument, or an electric guitar? Generally, we're going to go for a software instrument, and that's highlighted in default, and we'll just create that. And now it changes a little. Up here you can see I have grand piano. The grand piano should come up by default for everybody. This can be changed easily. I could, for example, change it to I don't know, nylon shimmering guitar, and then the nylon shimmering guitar little icon will come up, and so that voice will change. But what I would like to do, open up this loop browser again, and I'm going to click on my hip hop beat number 1, that sounds like me, drag it over here and just pop it on that track. And now I can see my hip hop beat number 1 is in that little track. I could come down here and press play. Yes, I like it. Rewind. Rewind, please. Thank you. It's a little bit empty though. I think I would like to add another track, but this time I'm going to add an audio instrument track, one of the blue ones. I'll show you the difference. Now if I come over here, press plus to add another track. I want to add a software instrument track, create. Again, comes up grand piano. Back to the loop browser. Let's select, what sounds cool? Dance club beat. Oh, that's me. Let's try dance club beat number 6. Now if I try to pop it in here where I've just created that new track, it doesn't allow me to do that. It's because, as it says, it's a software instrument track. I can only drag in the green Apple loops here. But that's okay. I can just drag it further down into another slot, let it go, and it will automatically add an audio loop for me here. And it's got the club dance beat, the one I wanted. I'd like to listen to those both at the same time. Let's press play, see what it sounds like. Okay, I like that. It's much fuller. Problem is, that's a very short song. I'd like it a little bit longer. There are a few ways that we can extend this. If I just move my cursor to the top side of the right edge of this loop here, I could click and drag it out as far as I wanted to. I'm going to, for now, make it 8 bars long. If you were to drag your cursor a little bit lower, that's not letting me. Let's try it down here. You get a different kind of a view. This one is for shortening the length of something if you wish to do that. Okay, but I would like to increase the length of this one as well. So I've got a drum beat now that goes for 8 bars long. Have a listen to it again. There's a couple of ways we can press play to start playing it. One is of course to go down and click on the little play. The other one to start and stop is simply just to use the space bar. Yeah, alright, yeah, it's happening. Cool. Rewind. Little bit empty though, little bit empty. What can I do? Well, let's see if we can find something else to go along with that. I'm going to go into the loop browser and click off the drums. I'm going to find maybe some bass, some cool bass to go in the background. You can listen to what these sound like by just double clicking on the loops over here. Ooh. No, I don't like that one. No, it doesn't do anything. Ooh, smooth. Oh, that is definitely me. So I'm going to click on this, drag it across, create a new track. I've got my acoustic bass, a little bit short. Let me make that 8 bars long as well, just like that. Now listening. Oh yes, glorious sartorius. It's coming along fine. Okay. While I'm here, I just might show you another little button down the side, and this is one way you can really start to see the difference between what is an audio track, the blue tracks, and what is a MIDI or electronic track, the green type. If I click this little thing here, I can drag this red line across my page. This is the playhead. Wherever this stops, this shows what's happening at the moment to my music, where I am. If I was to click on this one here, I have selected the MIDI track, and if I click down here where the scissors are, it says view or hide the track editor. Click on this and up comes this piano roll sequence. Can't see anything at the moment. All I need to do is scroll up or down, and here I can find my music. It just comes up as these little boxes here. Now each of these of course can be manipulated, copied, deleted, moved, placed wherever I like, different sounds. If I press play, you can see how the playhead is skipping through the music. If I now, I'll put it back, if I now click here at this drum beat, now you can see what an audio track looks like. A very different shape. It also can be manipulated and changed, but not quite as easy as the electronic MIDI track. Talk more about that in a later tutorial. For the moment, I will take that away again. Okay, rewind. So I've got some cool bass, I've got some cool drums. It's lacking a little bit of ambience. You know, we really want this to be a glorious, sartorius kind of a track. So, I think I will try and add another track, another software instrument. Come up here to the loop browser again. Click off bass. Let me try some piano. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, it's a bit heavy. Oh. Something that's a little groovier. How about this one? Oh, 2 different sounds. Let's try those back to back. Press play. No. Not happy with that. What do we do now? You know, I kind of feel like it's clashing. Well, each of these sections could be deleted one at a time if I wanted. If I want to delete this one, I just need to highlight it. I can press backspace. If I want to delete the other one, highlight it, backspace, or of course, edit, delete. If I want to delete the whole piano track, I'm just thinking piano's not working for me, I would come up to track and delete track. So that's gone now. What would work over that? Maybe some kind of nice synthy pad. Let's go into the loop browser. Piano's not going to work for me. Any pads, textures might be nice. Synths, relaxed perhaps. What comes up in relax? Here we've got some sounds. What's this? Borealis. Sounds lovely. I'll try this one. Okay, let's play that with the music. Okay, it is what I'm looking for, but it's too overwhelming. It's a little too loud. So over here on this track, I have got a little volume control. So I'm going to take the volume down on that track. Some of the other things I've got here are quite interesting. I'd like to split the drums a little so that this beat I can hear out of my left ear a little bit so that it sounds more stereo, and this beat I'd like to hear out of my right side. Let's see what that sounds like now. Okay, it's getting there. It's more like what I was looking for. Just a couple of things about the screen. We can't see that much. If my song is a lot longer, you know, I can't see much of the screen at the moment. So I could altogether hide this whole section so I can see more of the screen. Another thing I can do, of course, is zoom in and out by just dragging this little cursor here, so I can make the music much longer and stretch it out, or I can make it much shorter so I can see more of what's going on at the screen at one time. The other thing I might want to consider is this little part in the middle here. At the moment, it's very musical, saying measures. If you know about music and you know about bars and measures, it's okay, we can leave it here. But there are other options. I'd like to change it into time. I'd like to see how long my song is going for. At the moment, you can see that my song is about 30 seconds already. 30 seconds long. Am I happy with how fast the speed is though? What I could do is also click one more time, and I could change the key, of course, the time signature. I can change the speed or the tempo of the song. So let me play it. Click here, bring up this little bar. Oh man, that was really, really fast. Not sure if I like that. Edit, undo change tempo. Pretty happy with it how it was in the original tempo, and I might save this progress where I am now, and that will bring us to the end of Tutorial 1 on GarageBand, the basics.